So today I just want to rank the top 5 close range options in Warzone for Season 3. Verdansk is back and they made a bunch of changes to the overall meta. I'll be ranking these off their damage, their ADS speed, movement, and accuracy, and just how they personally feel to me. And there will be options for everyone: aggressive, tactical, Verdansk players, Rebirth players. And I'll put all the attachments on the screen. You don't have to worry about fast forwarding through the video. Once the build is up, you can just copy the attachments and pause it. And if a gun is ranked high and it doesn't feel right, just use the next gun. Use what feels best to you. I'm just providing my opinion and the stats on the weapons. Okay, so at 5th we have the C9. I honestly just put this on the list just because you get it so early on. I think you unlock it at level 4. So if you just prestige or are new to the game, I would try this out. But again, the damage isn't great. It does have decent accuracy and really good movement and great ADS speed. But honestly, compared to these other options, it's not quite as good. And if you look at the TTKs, it just doesn't compete with the others. But this is a great low-level option. So here's the build. Use the compensator to help with vertical recoil. We are on this barrel just to make it a little more useful at mid-range. This Ranger grip will give you more movement speed and also will help with recoil. And you can use whatever magazine you prefer. If I'm playing solos, I'll usually use the Extended Mag 1, but team modes, I would definitely recommend Extended Mag 2. And lastly, just throw on this ergonomic grip. This will just make the gun faster overall. I'm not the biggest fan of the C9 this year. I really prefer the iron sights on the MP5 version, which is what this gun is pretty much based off of. Okay, so at 4, we have the Saug. This gun's been buffed, and I've used it a couple times now throughout the seasons. And this is just an honorable mention. It's overall a solid gun. I don't think it's nearly as good as these next 3 options. It has really good close range damage, so it is definitely in the meta, but it doesn't compete with these next 3. But I would put it over the C9. Here's the build. Again, we have the compensator for vertical recoil, reinforced barrel for more damage, vertical grip to help with this recoil some. The recoil isn't great on this weapon, so you definitely need this. I use the Extended Mag 1 just because I primarily play solos, but again, use the Extended Mag 2 if you're on team modes. And lastly, recoil springs to help with that recoil. The accuracy on it isn't great. And at 3, we have the Kompakt 92. This has the best damage out of all of the close range options this season, but its other stats aren't great. It's just the typical fast fire rate, high damage, but it has low ADS speed, low movement, low accuracy because of its fire rate. For tactical players, I would say this is the best option just because if you're playing slow and your fights are really up close, if you're creeping up on people, this is the best gun for you to use. I personally think this gun's really, if you jump into a room with it, you're going to kill the player. So use this compensator to help with the recoil from the fire rate, more damage range to make it better at medium range, vertical foregrip for more horizontal recoil control, and the Extended Mag 2, and recoil springs. These guns are pretty much, a lot of these close range weapons will be built very similar. At 2, we have the PDW. This has been a meta weapon for pretty much the majority of the game. It was the best SMG, and it's still very usable today. I think they recently nerfed the recoil on it. I put this here just because the damage and AS speed come in at 3rd, so it doesn't necessarily kill the quickest, but it does have the best accuracy, I think, out of all of the weapons here, and it has by far the best movement. I would 100% recommend using this if you play Resurgence. I personally use the iron sights on this just because I think it's really accurate and I prefer them, but I know a lot of people don't. So use whatever scope you like. This is a really good one for close range weapons. Compensator to help with the recoil, vertical foregrip also for the recoil. Extended Mag 1 is because I play solos, and this balance stock is the best stock in the game. Not only does it boost your movement speed, but it boosts your movement speed while you're ADS, so you can strafe to the back and forth quicker, and this stock helps with every form of movement, even hip fire. And lastly, we actually have the AK-47 coming in at number 1. I was surprised to see this with this season. It got a huge buff for its close range damage. As you can see here, it doesn't necessarily kill the fastest up close, but it has incredible damage at long range, medium range, and close range. So if you're sniping and using the HDR on Verdansk, this is the absolute must use for close range. And when I was using this, I was just absolutely melting on Resurgence with it. I couldn't believe how fast it kills. I didn't believe when everyone was saying this was the best close range option, but it truly is after using it. For the build, we have the compensator for recoil. This helps turn it into a good sniper support, so it's not only good at close range, but also medium range. Again, vertical foregrip for horizontal recoil, and the balance stock like we talked about with the last build. This just helps make it a quicker option and make it feel similar to an SMG. Now, it won't have the movement of an SMG, but if you're using a sniper, it's very accurate and does a lot of damage. I just want to make a quick top 5 list for the new season. Comment down below what you're using. If you want more, make sure to subscribe. I make videos on loadouts and the best tips for players of all skill levels. Peace.